I was just wondering, what are you planning on doing to help correct Social Security?
Well, first of all, I'd like to give you a little straight talk, and I'm sorry to give it to you, but Social Security will not be there for you in the same fashion that it is for present-day retirees unless we fix the system. Now, we have to understand that the system is broken, and you can argue about the year. You can argue about the exact year, but it's going to, within most estimates, several years, there's going to be more money going out than coming in, and by, what is it?
1941, it'll be
2041, there'll be no money left. We can't do that to you. But what's our obligation? Isn't our first obligation to take care of future generations of Americans? We've got to sit down, put everything on the table, and we know that there are a set of options that we can go through, and I know how controversial this part of it is with some people. But if you want to take some of your Social Security taxes and put it into an account, a small amount, put it into an account with your name on it, then I'm all for that. And I'm astonished. I'm astonished at the resistance and anger that seems to come. It's not privatizing Social Security. It's simply allowing people to take some of the taxes that they pay, and put it into an account with their name on it. That's not the solution, but I do believe that that might give you a little more comfort that you would have control over a small amount of your tax dollars that you put into it. Did you want to follow up?
Bush introduced something a few years back that got shot down. That seemed like a pretty good idea. Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't know all the details about it.
Yeah, I think what happened was that, to his great credit, the president, after he was reelected in 2004, said, look, I've got some political capital here. I'll try and get Social Security reform. And I think that was a laudable goal, and I still praise it. I think that the issue got hung up on this issue of the private savings accounts. Rather, we lost sight of the issue. I think what I will do as president is I'll have one chart, and that chart will show how much money is coming into Social Security and how much is going out, and where there's less money coming in than going out, and where there's no money left. And say, my fellow citizens, no one disagrees with this chart. Now let's put everything on the table and let's sit down and make sure that the next generation of Americans is able to have the same benefits that present-day retirees are. It seems to me that if we are the great nation that we are, and I believe we are, then our first obligation is to make sure that we don't lay a burden on you and your generation, which is incredibly huge in its proportions. I'll make it one of my top priorities. Social Security and Medicare reform. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.